So here is a collection of every tool and machine that I own. And these tools have helped me to build up or to come up with most of the things that I have, in my place of work and in my place of residence. So I am going to start with, let me start with the machines. So here, as you can see, this is branded Oraimo, and this is the Oraimo Max drill. This drill was posted by Oraimo on their app, and within hours, it was sold out. But I managed to grab one. And so, this is how it looks. Just to open it from down here. That's how it is. It is still as good as it was when I bought it. So you have your battery, the drill itself, and a charger. And worth mentioning is that it came with a few bits. It actually had 2 bits for drilling into wood, 4 concrete bits, and not 4, 2 concrete bits and 2 metal bits. So it had 6 bits placed here, 2 for wood, 2 for metal, and 2 for concrete. So this is the charger. And worth noting is that when this charger is plugged to an extension, this is where you get the indicator of whether it is charging or not. So when the battery is full, it automatically, it changes its color from red to green. I'm just going to demonstrate it very fast. Here's my extension socket. So just put it there like that. And just to switch the extension on, you can see that it is glowing in green. So when we eventually come to charge the battery, this is where we charge the battery from. You can see that hole over there. So just plug it in, and you can see it has automatically changed to red, and now the battery is charging. And when you want to check the percentage or the amount of charge that it has, just press there once, and you can see I have 2 bars of charge. So when it will get to 4 bars and the battery is fully charged, this light here will change to green. So that's how it is. And just to disconnect this so that you can demonstrate, this is the drill. Okay, so this is how we just connect to the battery like that, and you're good to go. So it has these functions for driving in screws, drilling, and hammer function. And it has speed adjustment 1 and 2. So you can hear that speed and just adjust to 2. You can hear it spinning faster. This chuck, you just, open it with your hand and you lock in whatever you're using, whether it is a drill or you're using it to screw. And it has reverse and forward function. So that is turning clockwise, that is turning anti-clockwise. And when you get to the middle, you cannot actually do anything with it. And most importantly, it has a flashlight. You can see that. So very useful when you're working in dark areas. And to remove the battery, just press here, get the battery out, and return everything in its place. So this is one tool that is very close to my heart because it is my first cordless tool, and it has really worked well. I have drilled holes in wall, I have drilled holes in concrete, I have drilled holes in wood, I have screwed, I have used them to remove screws, and that is very good. So my other electrical tools are here. This is Ingco glue gun. Okay, and you can see here it is 20 watts maximum. I've used it several times in my projects, and it works flawlessly. Next is this Ingco corded drill, and this one is 650 watts, and this is the cord pretty long, okay? And that's how it looks. Let's connect it to power. So just put it in the extension very fast. And the good thing about this drill that I love is that you are able to adjust the speed effectively just by gentle pressing. You see that speed? You see? You can run it slow, you can run it fast, and you can hear how fast it can go. Okay, it has the reverse function, clockwise and anti-clockwise, of course. You can adjust the maximum speed from here. Okay, how fast that is, and you can reduce the speed to a very slow speed, like when you need to screw in bits like it was being used to do here. Okay, so you also have hammer function. This is hammer function, and this is a function for screwing or for drilling. So when you come to the hammer function, you can feel how aggressive it becomes. So this drill is still very new. It also has a button for locking, so you can just press it and lock, and it runs without you having to press on this trigger, and then you can also release it just like that. Okay, and of course this is a provision for a chuck. So this one came with its own chuck. It has really worked well for me, and I actually had a Bosch drill, and I tend to think this one works better for my area of work. This one works well. So this is still very new. So we go to tool number 3. Is an angle grinder, Ingco. This is for the 115mm. Okay, you can see it is written there, 115mm, and this one is 710 watts. It's actually the smallest. This is also a very versatile tool, you know, for sharpening, for grinding, cutting, you know, sanding, using with all those functions. And one of the things that I was very excited to use it on was these saw blades. So this is able to attach here, and you are able to use it as a circular saw, or just basically as a saw for cutting through wood. And I had a separate short video that I posted with this attached, and it works very effectively and also looks very dangerous. So both are Ingco brand. This is Ingco, and this is Ingco as well. And so for the sanding bit, there is an attachment for sanding, and it looks like that, with a sandpaper on one side and this plastic thing on the other side, and it has this pad where you just put it, you just place it there, it sticks to the pad, and then you attach it to your machine. Okay, so you lock it tight and just put it in power. You know, with it connected to the socket, and you are able to use it to sand wood and to sand anything that you need to sand, including when you want to sharpen knives. See that? Very easy. Okay, then there is, press that button and you unscrew it, and most importantly, so that you don't lose this one, I just place it together, because these things tend to get lost when you really need them. Okay, so that's my third machine. Fourth one is this one. This is a planer, and how many blades do we have? This is blade number 1, and this is blade number 2. Do we have any teeth in this blade? No. So I've used it pretty well, though I haven't used it that often. So as you can see, you have 1, 2, 3 nuts for releasing the blade. So you can just release this blade, sharpen it, and put it back. Now, this planer is belt driven. You can see there, this is belt driven, and it surprisingly works very silent. It has a hefty weight to it, not too heavy to exhaust your hand or tire your hand, and also not too light so that you're able, it's just the right weight. And it has this adjustment for the depth of the cut that you intend to do. And you can see this plate here, it goes in and out with the adjustment. So when it is fully out, it cuts the least thickness. When it is fully in, it cuts the most thickness. A very versatile tool. It works extremely well. I was very impressed with this, actually more impressed than my former Bosch planner that I had. And we just plug it into power. It's already plugged into power, and you can see that, and you can see what is happening below there. It also has this button so that you can press and lock it and release it. Very nice. So my other machine is this one. This one I also posted it in a separate video. It was my first time using this PPR welding machine. I was doing some plumbing work in the shop, and it actually ended up being very good. Okay, so you just open this box. You have the machine called Nika. That is Nika, right? So you just open it like that, and the box is open. Come on. Yes, and there we have it. The machine itself, the attachments, temperature gauge. This is just for holding the machine with your legs while you are using the machine to, of course, weld those pipes. And you also have more adjustments over here. So I did a bit of work with this, and it ended up being very impressive. Actually more impressive than I thought, because I actually didn't buy it that expensive, but it outdid my expectations. So this is a very new set, and this one can now stay there. Now we come to hand tools. I have these two vices. These vices, I actually bought them from Alibaba. I imported them sometimes back. I imported these two attachments here, and they were in these two pairs. Okay, this one pair, this another pair. And I also bought this water pipe locally. I had them threaded, so it was able to thread into this first attachment, which I'll call the base, and then this other one is mobile. Okay, so you just press that and you move it along the bar. See that? So you can put it at that point, and then put whatever you need to clamp in between, and you're able to lock it. And it is very versatile and very strong. I was able to do most of my jobs with it without fail, so it worked really nice. So on to hand tools. This box contains a few tools. These are also plastic clamps that I did import through Alibaba as well, and that's how you use it. You just clamp whatever you need to clamp just by moving like that and locking it into place. When you want to adjust for backwards, that way. So that's how it operates. These are 4 of them. Let's put them aside. This is my hand planner. I used this a very long time ago, and basically I just came to find out that it was just rubbing through wood, and it was not even cutting anything significant. So these are among the things that informed me to get the power tools. Here's a handsaw, a hammer, pliers. These are wrench. Okay, it has its attachments elsewhere. Of course, this is a roller brush, and another one unused, and another one detached. These are hacksaw, Allen keys. This was a phone holder for a motorcycle I used to own, and I got rid of it. So this one was just attached to this part was attaching to the handlebars and then I'll just lock in my phone there. I have 4 of these G clamps. These are hand drill. For all you guys, can you remember this? It had a handle here and another handle here, and this is the chuck, and this is where you place your bit. This is a hand riveter, okay, with the various attachments for different sizes of rivets. So what you do, you just take a rivet, place it in the hole. This one will attach to the long bit of the rivet, and you just do, with this movement, you are able to push the rivet and up to a point where it's going to snap. This is my Y, what do you call this? Y wrench, another Y wrench, and another T wrench. Basically of the same size. These are just attachments for hanging stuff in the shop. What is left here are screwdrivers and spanners. Okay, this is diamond cutting disc for cutting tiles, and this one I was using on the grinder to cut tiles, of course, for the job that I was doing in the shop. These are box spanners, and these box spanners are for using with this wrench. So just put it like that, locks into position, and you're able to screw or unscrew whatever you need to work on. And it also has an attachment for increasing the reach, like that. Okay, one of my very important tools. So what is left in the box? A brush, an old chisel, a hand knife, and another one, and a square, paint scraper or wall scraper. This is a rasp. The rest are spanners. This is just for cutting wires and cutting plastics and those things that are able to be cut easily. It's just a tap that broke from the facility as I was using it. You can see whatever was happening there. These are all screws from some place that snapped, and you can see these are nose pliers for grabbing small objects. This is gasket sealant. I was using it for one of the machines, and these are just screwdrivers. I have long and short, both flat and Phillips head. And that's it. That is the collection of everything that I have, and the collection of the tools and machines that I use. Oh, without forgetting, I have another pair of Ingco tools. These are actually wood chisels, and you can see the difference in the width. Okay, so this is 6mm, and this I think is 12mm. Okay, and they are actually very sharp, and that's the reason why I am storing them in their original casings. And you can see this is CRV. See the way it's written, eh? Very sharp and very handy. You can just use your hand to cut through wood. You don't even need to knock on anything. So thanks for watching. I hope that video has been useful, and please subscribe because I have more videos coming.